the most important tip to grow your hair, which I don't even think you have imagined. How do I put this without confusing anybody? How do you see, apart from genetics, how does your hair, guys? And without further ado, let's just jump. And without further ado, let's just jump. My goodness. The growth results that come from a healthy hair. Hey faves, it's Chilekwa. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, you can show that you like it here by liking, subscribing, leaving a comment down below. Before we even get into the video, please subscribe if you're a loyal one. I mean, you can't just be coming here and watching my videos and not subscribing. Some of you are even my friends and you talk to me and smile with me and laugh with me like everything's okay, but deep down inside you know you ain't subscribed to my channel, and that's wrong. So please subscribe before I find out. Help me get to 1K subscribers. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. I posted on Instagram asking you lot to ask me questions regarding my natural hair journey, and I got quite a number of questions which I will be so happy to share with you today. So I will be answering all the questions that I got. So to jump right in, the first question I received was, for a beginner, what would be the best products to use? So I'm gonna answer this question twofold, because as a beginner, when I just started, I actually wasn't a product junkie. If you have not seen my video on me and all the products that I use, I'll link it up there. The main things that you would need is a shampoo, a deep conditioner, and a leave-in conditioner or rinse out. You need like a moisturizer or a butter, and you need some oils as well. So you don't need so many products. As long as you have those 5 basic products, you should be fine. When I went natural, I used coconut oil. It was the ORS version. It was a pomade, but coconut oil was the main ingredient in that product. I used VitaFro products. Most of the stuff I bought were VitaFro. I used the conditioner. That was like my best friend. It was always in my hair when I had short hair. And I used the VitaFro gel as well. I never used the shampoo. What did I use as a shampoo at the time? I know I used to make my own ingredients. I can't remember what exactly I used as a shampoo then, but I wasn't even like particular as to whether it was a sulfate shampoo and stuff. But then later I started realizing that most shampoos were drying out my hair. But for a beginner, I would recommend that you, if that's your experimental phase, especially if you had big chopped, if you started with short hair, that's the best time for you to experiment with hair products. If you can afford to buy the Cantus, the Shea Moistures, the Aunt Jackie's, the Cream of Nature's, the As I Am, like all those natural hair brands, if you can afford them when you begin your natural hair journey, by all means, go ahead, do it. And if you want to go natural but on a budget, I would then recommend use all natural products. Do your research on products that you can use in your hair that are inexpensive, items that you can get literally from your kitchen that you could use, like rice water, olive oil, coconut oil, apple cider vinegar, and most of these products that you would easily find easily accessible anywhere. You could use those in the first phase of your hair, because then you're learning what your hair likes, what your hair prefers, and obviously by how your hair reacts to the products that you're using, you may decide whether you will proceed to use those products or you will not use them anymore. So be very, very particular about the ingredients that you choose when shopping for hair products. I really don't want to ramble and I don't want to speak too long on this, but if I haven't answered your question, let me know and I will do a separate video on it. What products can I use for hair thickness, just starting out on this journey? First of all, welcome sis, welcome to the journey, welcome to the good life. First thing I would recommend is castor oil. I know I already have thickness, but I've noticed the thickness improve with the use of castor oil. So definitely get you some castor oil as often as you can every week. Add that to your scalp, massage. You will see the thickness, the growth, and all things good. The other thing that I would advise, as you're trying to attain thickness, avoid heat as much as you can. Maybe use heat once or twice a year and you should be fine, because heat kind of thins out the hair and damages it. So try to avoid heat as much as you can. Okay, the next question I received was, how can one establish a hair regimen? This is a very, very, very important question, because I think the results that you get from growing your hair or your hair journey all boil down to the kind of regimen that you have for your hair, okay? A regimen is sort of a routine, a hair care routine that you practice either on a daily, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Even yearly, you can have a yearly regimen. For example, I have a yearly trimming regimen, so I only trim my hair once a year. So first of all, how to establish one. I think I should also make a whole video on that, but I'm gonna just try to compress my answer here. Start slow, like don't even pressure yourself. As you're building your regimen, you're also getting to know your hair, like what your hair likes. So based on what you're doing on a daily basis, also observe how your hair is responding to that. Even just the bare minimum that you do to your hair, like start with one thing, okay? Just start with one thing and then keep building on. I wouldn't just say like write a list like daily, I'm gonna do this, monthly, weekly, I'm gonna do this, because then either you're gonna end up forgetting or it's gonna end up being too overwhelming for you that you eventually just stop doing those things. So just start with one good practice. I'm gonna just give you this task. Start with one good practice a day or a week. Once you've gotten that into your routine, adopt another good practice. I'll give you an example. The first one, people don't even know that this is part of a hair care regimen, but wrapping your hair when you go to bed, wrapping your hair when you go to sleep. What do? Do you just go to sleep? Or like, even if you don't have something to wrap your hair in, at least protect it before you sleep. So I would say before I even knew about silk scarves and whatever, I always put my hair in braids or twists before I went to bed, so that my hair is not rubbing against pillows and doing. Before that, I would always, moisturize my hair. I had this spritz bottle, and in it I'd have like water and glycerin, just the basic ingredients. So I'd spritz that in my hair and braid it out. The next day when I would comb my hair out, it would be so nice and so soft and so manageable. That is already day one. That is already a daily regimen. It ain't even that deep. And on a weekly basis, I would then say, okay, my favorite oil at the time has always been, even to this day, castor oil. So I went out, bought my castor oil. It only cost about 80. It only cost about 8 kwacha at the time. So I'd have my castor oil every 2 to 3 times a week. I'm there castor oiling my scalp. Rub that in, get some on your ends as well. That's already something that I adopted into my regimens. Like, you can even skip nights if you want, okay? So moisturize your hair. Always make sure my hair was moisturized, braided it, and then oil my scalp with castor oil. 2 weeks, I know that my hair is weighed down with products because of all that spraying and all that oiling of the scalp. So wash day. Gotta wash my hair. So wash day would come, and because my hair is already weighed down with oils, I didn't need to pre-poo or anything. Just wash the hair, okay? Condition it, and go about my styling. If I wanted to do my bantu knots or whatever, and then I'll decide, okay, I'm gonna wear these bantu knots for like a week or whatever. It's really that simple. And before you know it, you're already in a routine of how you take care of your hair. And as you go, you learn new things. And I learned, okay, you need to treat your hair once in a while, put it in a mask to help it absorb all those nice ingredients and stuff. So I wouldn't pressure myself. Once a month, I'd say, okay, let me just make this avocado mask and see how that works for me. Let me make a bentonite clay mask and see how that works for me. So monthly, I would do those. There I had my monthly regimen. That's how you build a regimen. Don't feel pressured to copy any natural hair influencer. You're learning. You and your hair are learning the process of growing your hair. So don't stress. As time goes by, some of these habits, you're gonna drop them. Why? Because they're not working for your hair. And the habits that are actually working for your hair, you keep those. Simple. Oh, and I've noticed as well, something that I added to my regimen was detangling. How often do you detangle your hair? But anyway, that's a story for another video, because we're gonna sit here all day. How do you keep hair that gets easily dry and moisturized? I believe this person, I'm with you in the struggle, sis, because damn, like this hair gets dry. Like dry. First of all, I believe the person who asked this question must be a low porosity hair. If you are low porosity, let me know in the comments. And I'm sure you are. Porosity is basically how well your hair absorbs moisture. So you'll notice I would have my spritz bottle and I'll spray and I'll spray and I'll spray. If I don't consistently do that, after some time, my ends feel dry, they feel brittle, it's irritating, it's stuck together, it's just not doing the things that need to be done. I feel your struggle. The secret in the beginning is in your wash day. So from the day that you wash your hair, ensure that you get maximum moisture in your hair. So as you're washing, you wash, you rinse, you detangle, you do all that. I don't use a towel to dry my hair. I t-shirt dry it. So I dry it with a t-shirt. That already leaves some water in your hair. Okay, so while it's still wet and all that, I then start going in with my products, because those products are going to sit on top of that water and make sure that water does not leave your hair. So then I now go in with my leave-in conditioner, make sure that leave-in conditioner just traps that water like you ain't going nowhere. I then go in with a cream, a heavy cream or butter, put that on my hair to make sure that even the moisture from the leave-in conditioner does not leave my hair. After that, I then go and seal all that goodness with an oil. Why sealing with an oil? Because you know, if you put oil, cooking oil or any oil on top of water, it just sits on top of the water. So I know that I've now created an impermeable film for that water. Impermeable is not the word. Inescapable, or yeah, just trap that water in. It's not going out. So once I've added the oil to my hair, I know that that water is trapped. Do you know how your skin feels after you've taken a bath and then you lotion your body? Your hair should feel like that after you've washed it and moisturized it and oiled it. When it just shines and you could literally see the products in your hair like absorbed, then you know your hair is moisturized. That moisture could last you 3 days to a week. A week later, go in with the same routine, spritz your hair, add in a cream and butter and do that. Another way you can lock in the moisture is, because I know mostly it's the ends of the hair that lose the moisture the quickest, twist up your hair, seal it up somehow. You know, put your hair in a twist, put it in a bun, make sure that that moisture is trapped. It's not going anywhere. I really hope I've answered this question. If not, it will also be a detailed video on its own, okay? So many detailed videos gonna come from this video. Apart from genetics, how does your hair grow so fast? Okay, so wow, I don't even know how to answer that. First of all, I don't believe my hair grows fast, but I do believe my hair grows long. So genetically, I think what I was blessed with genetically was obviously the thickness. There are a few tips that you can use to grow your hair really fast. But before you actually even think of growing your hair fast, make sure that your hair is not breaking as fast as it's growing. Because another reason why people think their hair is not growing is because basically you're not retaining any length. Each month your hair grows, but each month is also breaking. So it's just been at the same level for the longest time. So I think the main thing that you should focus on is making sure that you are retaining length in order for you to see the growth. Tips for fast hair growth, I would say, this is just quick and off the top of my head, because if I went into detail of how you can grow your hair fast, that would be a whole separate video on its own. But ensure your ends are healthy, and ensure that your scalp, where your hair grows out from, is healthy as well. And you can also stimulate your scalp through scalp massages on a regular basis. I've heard and I've seen that to be proven to grow hair at a much quicker rate, because it improves the blood circulation to your brain, and therefore it stimulates the growth of your hair follicles. I hope that answers your question. How do you rate Zambian hair salons on managing natural hair? I would say like a 3. Basically, it's a business for them. For them, all they know is making sure your hair is done and looking neat. So there are very few hair salons in Zambia that are actually run by natural hair enthusiasts, or people who actually, you know, put the health of your hair first before making their money, or before ensuring that your hairstyle is top notch. Hair salons, when it comes to hairstyling, amazing. But when it comes to natural hair care and actually putting the needs of your hair first, that's a no for me. I'd even rather do my own hair. I've done my own hair since I went natural. I rarely go to the hair salon, and that's because of what I just mentioned. But there are some hair salons which are natural hair friendly, and those I haven't actually been to, but I've heard some good reviews from other people, so I can't rate something based on what I've never really experienced. The other question I got was, ever think of relaxing your hair someday? Well, if you're natural and you've never thought of relaxing your hair, okay, that's a lie though. The moment, I actually owe you guys the truth. I actually once went natural, relaxed my hair like a year later, cut it, and this is me being natural since then. But lately, since I began this journey, hey guys, since I began this journey, right, I have not thought of relaxing my hair. I have thought of texlaxing my hair, which is basically chemically treating your hair but not letting the chemicals stay too long in your hair. So I wanted to have like the looser curl texture with the length, because everybody, you know, every natural hair girl wants to show up some length, but shrinkage won't let you flourish. And the reason why I have not done it, and I don't think I will be doing it at all, is because I did my research on it, and most of the people who are texlax say because you texlax the ends of your hair, once you get new growth, you obviously have to texlax those, but then you will find that as you're texlaxing the new growth, you might miss some spots, so you'll have some inconsistencies in the curl pattern of your hair, or you might end up accidentally over processing your hair, and you could have like it's curly here straight there, curly here straight there, and that just sounds like too much admin for me. So yeah, no chemicals are gonna be seeing this hair anytime soon or ever at all. How long have I been natural? The answer to this question might shock some of you. I've actually been natural for 5 years, and it'll be 6 years in September this year. So judging by how long I've been natural,
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
We should be somewhere else lengthwise. And you ain't. The other question, even though I already answered it apparently, but I'm still gonna ask it in this video so that people who didn't have an idea can get the idea. Where did you get your AJ Power Wash and Mega Growth Deep Conditioner by AJ? I'm sure she means the Aunt Jackie's Power Wash. I have a plug. She supplies all my Aunt Jackie's hair products, all my hair products. Aunt Jackie's can't do anything. She's my hair supplier. So I'm gonna leave her contact details in the comments down below, and please, whenever you contact her, let her know that I sent you. Thanks. Okay, the other question was, how do I grow my hair, my natural hair, longer? I also need to do a separate video on this one, but the first thing I'm gonna advise anyone who wants to grow their hair long is to be patient. I know this sounds so cliche, but be as patient as possible with your hair, because you know you're gonna be like, oh, I did this and moisturized, I did that, but it's not doing what it needed to do, it's not growing, and that I'm black, my hair doesn't grow. Like, don't do that. That's like number one. Don't be negative. So be very patient and be very positive too. That's number one. Tip number one. Tip number two, before you focus on growing your hair, ensure that your hair is healthy, because the growth results that come from a healthy hair journey are unexplainable. Like, even when someone asks you, like, how did your hair grow, you won't even be able to explain it yourself, because you don't know. It's just gonna grow. Like, if it's healthy, it's just gonna grow. So make sure that you create a healthy environment for your hair to grow. Your hair is like a plant. If you buy a plant, you're not feeding it, you're not nurturing it, you're not watering it, you're not fertilizing the soil, you are not doing nothing, and you expect the plant to flourish and be the plant you want it to be. Give your hair some love. Give it some tender, loving care. Make the environment around your hair healthy, and your hair will grow. Like, are you trimming your ends regularly? Are you oiling your scalp with the right oils? Are you massaging your scalp? Do you talk to your hair? Are you moisturizing your hair? If you're doing those things, just be patient and the growth will come. But if you want to see growth as well, make sure the roots and the tips are well taken care of. The ends are the oldest part of your hair, and therefore are going to break off the easiest. They're the most brittle, they're the weakest, and therefore take care of them. And once you do that, the growth shall come. Most important tip to grow your hair, which I don't even think you have imagined. Have you ever prayed for your hair, sis? Have you ever asked God to say, you in the Bible have said,
does not nature itself teach you that long hair is a dishonor to a man, but if a woman has long hair, it is a glory to her? For her hair is given to her instead of a covering.
So can you give me that hair that you speak of? Like, humbly request God in prayer for this beautiful hair, and it definitely shall come. I also received a question about what type of hair scissors I use to trim my hair, and I will insert a clip somewhere to show the type of scissors, because I don't have them right now. But I also have a video which I have put up there that talks about which hair scissors are the best for trimming and why they're best, and one know it. So go watch that video too. The last question was, I get headaches if I have braids on for long. If I tie my hair up, is it normal, or my scalp isn't okay? First of all, I'm just gonna ask, are the braids too tight? What type of braids are you doing? Are they heavy? Maybe your scalp needs a breather. How often do you do the braids? I'm not an expert at this, but try to observe how your scalp is when you just let your hair, you know, breathe, because maybe your scalp doesn't like that kind of tension. If you know that it's the hairstyle that's causing your pain, take away anything that is making your hair complain. If your hair, because like, I'll give an example. If I use a product, my hair gets all brittle and dry, I just know that my hair is telling me that I don't like that product, don't ever use it on my hair. So if you feel that it's the braids that are causing your headaches and stuff, just don't wear braids often. Try to take a break off the braids and see if the headaches are still persisting. Then that's probably another different medical condition. And I would also advise that you seek medical attention on that, especially if it's like something that's persistent and it's not stopping. Don't wear your puffs or your hairstyles too tight, so that your scalp can have a breather. And I hope that is helpful. So try to do hairstyles that don't cause the headaches and see how that goes. And I hope I answered your question. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Big ups to you if you made it this far. Let me know if there's any other natural hair content that you'd like to see. If you want to see my night routine, which I've already done, I'll put it up there. Like, if there are any other videos that you'd like me to see, if you'd like to see more hairstyling videos, more hair tutorials, anything hair related, because y'all seem to be liking this hair content, so just let me know. Leave everything in the comments down below. Remember, we're on a journey to 1,000 subscribers. Please don't be a hater. Leave a subscription down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.